You're driving down a dusty country road, windows cracked open, the smell of pine and earth filling your lungs. You've been gone for months, 18 of them to be exact, serving your country in places where the sun scorches the sand and the nights are colder than you'd ever admit. Your hands grip the wheel of an old pickup truck, the kind that rattles just enough to remind you it's got stories of its own. On the door, in bold black letters, it reads Precision Demolition Services. That's you. That's your life now. You're coming home, expecting to see the sprawling 5 acres your grandfather left you, the land he swore would be your anchor after all the chaos. A place to build something real. But as you round the bend, your heart stops. Where there should be open fields, swaying grass, and the old oak tree you climbed as a kid, there's something else. Rows of gleaming luxury condos stretch out, like they own the place, shiny windows winking in the sunlight, fresh paint so bright it hurts your eyes. 83 of them to be exact. Strangers are milling around, families, kids on bikes, old folks watering flower boxes, like they've always been there. Your land gone, stolen, and your hands, still steady from holding a rifle overseas, start to shake. You pull over, tires crunching gravel, and step out. The air feels wrong, thick with betrayal. You grab the property map from the glove box, the one your grandfather drew up decades ago, its edges worn from years of promises. Your eyes trace the boundaries. 5 acres, clear as day. This isn't a mistake, this is a crime. And then you see it. A woman in a sharp suit, hair pulled back like she's too important to care, striding toward you with a smile that doesn't reach her eye. "Can I help you, sir?" she says, all fake politeness. You don't answer right away. You just stare, your voice low, simmering. "Yeah. You can tell me why the hell there are condos on my property." That's when her face shifts. Just a flicker, but you catch it. She knows who you are. And you? You're Michael Reynolds, fresh off deployment, a man who tears things down for a living. But what they don't know yet, what she doesn't know, is that you're about to tear down a whole lot more than buildings. This isn't just about land. It's about family, honor, and the fight of your life. Buckle up, because this story, it's a wild ride, and it's only just beginning. The truck's still idling, dust settling around me like a bad omen, and that woman, Eleanor Walsh, she calls herself, is standing there with her manicured hand out like I'm supposed to shake it. I don't. My boots crunch the gravel as I step closer, the property map crinkling in my fist. "I'm Michael Reynolds," I say, voice steady but boiling underneath. "This land? It's mine. Been in my family since my granddad cleared it with his own hands, so you better start talking, lady, because I didn't spend 18 months dodging bullets just to come home to this." Her smile twitches, but she's good, real good, at playing it cool. "Mr. Reynolds, I'm the president of Sunset Shores Homeowners Association. There's obviously some misunderstanding here. This development's been in the works for over a year. All the paperwork's legit." She tilts her head, sizing me up like I'm some lost tourist. "Why don't we step into my office? No need to make a fuss out here." "A fuss? Oh, she has no idea." My pulse is hammering, but I nod, following her past rows of condos that look like they belong in a magazine, not on my granddad's dirt. Residents are peeking out windows, curtains twitching like they're watching a storm roll in. One lady storms over, arms crossed, her voice sharp enough to cut glass. "Eleanor, my sprinklers are still busted. Maintenance keeps blowing me off." She stops dead when she sees me, eyes narrowing. "Who's this guy? He moving in? Because we've got rules about lawn care around here." "Relax, Diane," Eleanor says, smooth as silk. "Just a little property mix-up. I'll fix your sprinklers this afternoon." She waves the woman off like she's shooing a fly, but Diane's still glaring at me like I'm the one clogging her pipes. I don't say a word, not yet. Inside Eleanor's office, it's all polished wood and fake smiles. She slides a stack of papers across the desk. "See for yourself, Mr. Reynolds. Zoning approvals, purchase agreements, all signed and sealed. Your signature's right there." I flip through the stack, and there it is. Michael Reynolds scrawled at the bottom. Except it's not my handwriting. Not even close. My gut twists. This isn't my signature, I say, slow and deliberate. I was overseas when this was supposedly signed. Never got a single notice. Eleanor leans back, sighing like I'm some kid throwing a tantrum. We sent letters to your address. When we got the signed approval back, we moved forward. Legally. Look, 83 families live here now. Kids, grandparents. What do you want to do? Uproot them? That's when my phone buzzes. A text from my business partner, Jake. Welcome home, boss. Office is swamped. New demo contracts need your signature. Eleanor's eyes flick to the screen, then to my phone case. Precision Demolition Services etched in bold. Her face goes pale just for a second, and I catch it. Yeah, I say, standing up. I'm in demolition, and I don't take kindly to people tearing down my life while I'm gone. Her voice wavers, just a crack. You're in the demolition business? Yup, and I'm going to be real reasonable about this. My lawyer's calling yours by the end of the day. Start figuring out how you explain to your fancy board why you built a whole damn neighborhood on stolen land. I'm halfway out the door when Diane blocks me, hands on hips. Heard you yelling in there. Who do you think you are, stirring up trouble in our quiet little community? I look her dead in the eye. I'm the guy who owns the ground you're standing on. If I were you, I'd start packing. She gasps, but I don't wait for her comeback. I climb into my truck, the engine roaring to life, and peel out. In the rear view, Eleanor and Diane are huddled together, phones out, gesturing like they're plotting a war. Good, let them sweat. That night, I'm sprawled across my kitchen table, Granddad's old property maps spread out like a battle plan. The condos, they're 200 feet over the line, 200 feet onto my land. I call my buddy Tom, an army pal turned lawyer. They built on my property while I was deployed, Tom. Forged my damn signature. His voice crackles through the phone. All business. That's federal fraud, Mike. Especially with you on active duty. Service members' civil relief acts got your back. I'll file injunctions tomorrow. But heads up, these HOA types? They've got deep pockets and dirty tricks. Bring it on, I mutter. Next morning, I'm at the county records office, still in my jacket from the drive. The clerk, Margaret, is an older lady with kind eyes. She pulls the original deeds, shaking her head. Your granddad wanted you to build a home here, Michael. Such a shame what they've done. She leans in, voice dropping. Everyone knows about those condos, but nobody talks. Richard Walsh, Eleanor's husband, he's got the county board wrapped around his finger. She slips me a note with a name and number. Call this guy at planning. He's been waiting for someone to take the Walshes down. By afternoon, I'm parked across from Sunset Shores, snapping photos of shifted property markers, proof they moved the lines. A tap on my window makes me jump. A woman my age stands there, press badge swinging around her neck. I'm Olivia Bennett, Pinehurst Gazette. You the owner fighting the condos? I smirk. News travels fast, huh? She grins back. Gossip's faster than lightning in this town. Mind if I ask you some questions? Before I can answer, a police cruiser rolls up. The officer steps out, hand on his holster. Sir, we've had complaints. Someone harassing residents, taking photos of kids. That's bullshit, Olivia snaps, stepping forward. I've been watching him. He's just photographing property lines. The cop shifts, uncomfortable. Got 3 calls, ma'am. Just doing my job. I hand him my deed and military ID. This is my land. They built on it while I was deployed. He studies the papers, then hands them back. My brother's a Marine. This ain't right. He lowers his voice. Watch out for the Walshes. They play dirty. As he drives off, Olivia's eyes light up. A vet defending his land from the Walshes? That's a headline. What's your plan? Tear it all down? I glance at the condos, kids playing on a swing set that's smack on my property. I don't know yet, but I'm getting what's mine. 3 days later, I'm jolted awake by pounding on my door. 6:30 a.m. 2 cops, Eleanor, and a slick guy in a suit stand on my porch. Michael Reynolds, the older cop, says, "We've got a complaint. Threats against Sunset Shores residents." Eleanor steps up, all crocodile tears. Multiple people heard you say they should pack up, that you'd demolish their homes. The suit nods. I'm Richard Walsh, developer. Our residents are terrified. Hold up, I say, keeping my cool. I told Eleanor I own this land. I told one resident, Diane, she might want to think about her options given the legal mess. That's not a threat. That's a fact. Eleanor points at my truck. He owns a demolition company. He's planning to bulldoze families. The younger cop snickers, then straightens up. Owning a demo company isn't illegal, ma'am. I invite them in, show my deployment records, deeds, and Tom's legal filing. These signatures? Forgeries. I was overseas when they say I signed. The cops exchange looks. This is a civil matter, the older one says to the Walshes. Take it to court. Richard lingers as they leave, his mask slipping. You don't know who you're messing with, Reynolds. I built half this town. I step closer. And you built on my land. Bad move. He smirks. Think anyone will side with you over us? We're jobs, tax money. You're just one pissed-off guy with the law on his side. I shoot back. That evening, a notice is taped to my door. Emergency HOA meeting. Attendance mandatory. I call Tom. Can they force me to go? I'm not in their damn HOA. No, he says, but let's crash it. See what they're cooking up. I'll back you up. The community center's packed when we roll in, whispers trailing us like smoke. Eleanor's at the podium, Richard beside her, playing the perfect power couple. Thanks for coming on short notice, she starts, voice dripping with fake concern. We're facing a threat to our very existence. She points at me, dramatic as hell. This man claims our homes are on his land. He owns a demolition company and wants to tear us down. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Diane stands up, furious. If he owns it, why'd he wait till we moved in to say something? Richard jumps in, smooth as oil. Great question. Truth is, Michael approved this, then got greedy when he saw how valuable it's become. I'm on my feet before I can stop myself. That's a lie. I was deployed, never got notices, never signed a thing. Those papers? Forged. Murmurs spread. An old guy near the front pipes up. My grandson's in the army. Were you really serving when this happened? Eleanor cuts in fast. His job doesn't matter. We have signed documents. Forged documents, Tom corrects, loud and clear. And 83 families live here. Would he make them homeless? The room shifts. Fearful eyes turn my way. I step into the center, voice steady. I didn't start this. The Walshes did. Building on land they stole. They didn't just screw me. They sold you homes they couldn't legally sell. Olivia slips in, notepad out, and Eleanor snaps. This is private. Public meeting laws say otherwise. Olivia fires back, sitting down. Diane's not done. What do you want then? I lock eyes with the Walshes. Justice, accountability, and to know why they targeted my land while I was gone. Richard steps forward, all bluster. This is absurd. We followed every rule, including forging my signature. I pull out copies of the docs. I filed with the FBI. Fraud against a soldier on duty? That's a federal crime. The room goes dead quiet. Tom adds, Michael's not here to ruin families. He's here to hold fraudsters accountable. A guy in the back stands up. Kevin Jang, county surveyor. I've checked the original lines. 38 units are on Michael's land. Their survey? Done by Walsh's own team. Markers were moved. Chaos explodes. Shouts, questions, panic. Diane shoves through, tears streaming. You can't do this. My daughter's pregnant. She just bought here. I'm sorry, I say, meaning it. I didn't build on stolen land. She sobs. You and your bulldozers just want to destroy us. Tom grabs my arm. Let's go. This is getting ugly. Outside, Richard's waiting by my truck with 2 goons. Name your price, Reynolds. This isn't about money. He laughs. Everything's money. 1 million cash, walk away, forget the forgery. I shake my head. See you in court. One of his guys mutters, be a shame if your equipment had accidents. Tom spins around. Threatening my client? That's going in our complaint. Richard's smirk fades as we walk off. Back home, Olivia's digging through my docs while Tom's on the phone. This is bigger than your land, she says. Rumors say the Walshes pushed out others too. Tom hangs up. Judge Simmons is hearing our injunction tomorrow. They've been served. Then my doorbell rings. A sheriff's deputy with a cease and desist order. You're banned from Sunset Shores and running demo gear within 500 feet, he says. Signed by Judge Henderson, Richard's old law buddy. They're locking you out of your own property, Tom growls, already drafting a counter. Olivia's phone buzzes like crazy. Residents are texting me. Something's up at Sunset Shores. We flip on the news. Breaking news. Sunset Shores residents face eviction threats over a property dispute. Developer Richard Walsh calls it an attack by an outside force. Diane's on screen, holding a sign. Protect our homes from Demolition Man. They're painting you as the bad guy, Tom says. Classic Walsh move, Olivia adds, turning neighbors into your enemies. I stare at the screen, blood pounding. This fight just got nastier, and it's nowhere near over. The news is still blaring in my living room, Diane's sign flashing on screen like a knife in my gut. I'm pacing now, the floorboards creaking under my boots, while Tom's typing furiously on his laptop. They're burying us in PR bullshit, he says, not looking up. Judge Simmons better see through it tomorrow. Olivia's scrolling her phone, frown deepening. Residents are freaking out, Mike. Richard's calling an emergency meeting tonight. Says they need to defend the community. Sounds like he's rallying an army. Against me? I stop pacing, hands clenched. I'm the one who got screwed here. She nods, grim. That's their game. Make you the monster so no one looks at them. I grab my keys. Then we're going. I'm not letting them spin this unchallenged. Tom looks up, skeptical. You sure? They'll twist anything you say. I'm sure. I've got the truth. They've got lies. Let's see who blinks first. We roll up to Sunset Shores just as the sun dips below the trees, casting long shadows over the condos. The community center's overflowing, people spilling out the doors, voices buzzing like a kicked hive. We slip in the back, and the air's thick with tension. Richard's up front, pacing like a caged lion, while Eleanor hands out flyers with my face on them. Michael Reynolds, threat to our homes. Classy. Folks, Richard booms, we're under attack. This man wants to bulldoze your lives, your kids' playgrounds, your homes, all for his own greed. The crowd erupts, shouts bouncing off the walls. A guy near me yells, "My mortgage is here, where am I supposed to go?" Eleanor steps up, voice soft but venomous. We've tried reasoning with him, he won't listen, but we'll fight. For you. Diane's in the front row, nodding like she's ready to lead the charge herself. I can't take it anymore. I push forward, voice cutting through the noise. That's a load of crap and you know it. Heads whip around, gasps rippling out. Richard's eyes narrow. Security, get him out. Not yet, I say, holding up my deed. You built this place on my land, forged my signature while I was overseas fighting for this country. You want to talk greed? Look at the $1 million you offered me to shut up. The room goes quiet just for a beat, then explodes again. Diane's on her feet. You're lying. You just want us gone. No, I shoot back. I want justice. They stole from me, and they're scamming you now. Olivia's snapping photos, whispering, "Keep going, Mike, they're cracking." Richard lunges for the mic. He's delusional. We've got signed papers. Forged papers. Tom interjects, stepping beside me. The FBI's already on it. Fraud against a service member. You're done, Walsh. A woman in the back stands up, voice trembling. My son's in the Navy. Is this true? You were deployed? 18 months, I say, meeting her eyes. Came home to this. I didn't ask for it. They did. Murmurs spread, doubt creeping in. Kevin Jang, the surveyor, pipes up again. I've got the maps. 38 units are on his land. They moved the markers. Chaos reigns. People shouting at me, at the Walshes, at each other. Diane storms over, tears streaming. My daughter's due any day. You're ruining her life. I'm not the bad guy here, I say, softer now. They sold her a home they didn't own. She falters, just for a second, then spins away. Richard slipping out a side door, phone to his ear. And Eleanor's yelling, "Everyone calm down, we'll fix this." But the damage is done. As we leave, Olivia grabs my arm. That was insane. You've got them rattled. Next morning, the courthouse is a circus. Cameras flashing, reporters shoving mics in my face. Mr. Reynolds, you really gonna tear down homes? I push past, Tom guiding me. Stick to the facts, he whispers. Inside, the Walshes are flanked by 4 lawyers, all suits and smug grins. Eleanor's in a blue dress, playing the innocent leader, while Richard's glaring daggers. Judge Martinez walks in, stern and no-nonsense, glasses perched on her nose. Let's get started, she says, voice like a gavel. Her lawyers go first, doctored photos, a shady surveyor swearing their lines are legit, residents testifying about their fear. Diane's up there, voice breaking. He said we should pack. My grandkid's coming. What happens to us? My turn comes. I keep it simple, laying out my deed, deployment papers, and Cavan's survey. Your Honor, I say. I never got notices, never signed a thing. I was serving when they stole my land and sold it to these families. Those signatures, they're fake. Judge Martinez peers at the docs, then at me. These don't match your military records, Mr. Reynolds. Eleanor jumps up. Your Honor, if I may? You may not, Martinez snaps. I see enough. Temporary injunction granted. No more construction till a full hearing. Richard explodes. This is outrageous. Do you know how much? Control yourself, Mr. Walsh, she cuts in, or it's contempt. The gavel bangs and it's over. For now. Outside, reporters swarm. Olivia pushes through. Mike, I've got something big. We duck into a side room and she pulls up a video on her laptop. Grainy security footage from County Hall. Richard and a guard swap files in the dark. This is from last year, she says, the night before they filed their permit. They swapped your records. Tom leans in. Holy hell, this is gold. Before we can process it, Diane bursts in, wild-eyed. You happy now? They say our homes are gone in 30 days. That's not true, I say, stepping forward. The injunction just stops new builds. Liar, she screams. Richard told us you're forcing us out. Olivia jumps in. They're lying to you, Diane. I've got the court order. No evictions. Tom adds, Richard's under FBI scrutiny for fraud. Why's he pointing at Mike instead of himself? Diane's shaking, confused. We paid for our homes, with deeds to land they couldn't sell, I say quietly. I don't want to hurt you. I just want what's mine. Heavy footsteps interrupt Richard, flanked by 2 guards. Thompson, get away from him. He's dangerous. I step up. The only danger's you, Walsh. Forging docs. Lying to everyone. His eyes flick to Olivia's laptop. What's that? County Hall footage, she says, smirking. You're a star. His face drains of color. He grabs Diane, bolting, but she looks back, doubt written all over her. That night, a brick smashes through my window, note attached, drop it or, next time it's worse. I call the cops, useless as expected, but then I spot something on my phone. An old photo, me and Catherine, my ex, on Granddad's land. She knew every inch of it. My stomach drops. I dial Olivia. Check into Catherine Reynolds, my ex. She might be in this. On it, she says. 2 days later, she's at my door with bank records. 4 payments, 25 grand each, from Walsh Development. Started right after you deployed. She's been at their office under her maiden name, Bennett. Betrayal hits like a punch. She sold me out. There's more, Olivia says. She's got keys to your granddad's property box. We need her to talk. Tom calls, voice urgent. FBI's opening a case. Fraud against a service member. Get to my office now. I race over, and there's Catherine, sitting in a chair, eyes red. Mike, she whispers. I need to tell you everything. My heart's pounding, but I sit. Start talking. She clutches her coffee, hands shaking. After our divorce, I was broke. Richard found me at a bar, knew who I was, offered me a job, info on soldiers with land. Then it was docs. I gave him your deployment dates, your property box key. I didn't know they'd forge anything till I saw the signatures. You let them steal my life, I say, voice low. Tears spill down her face. I was mad about us, about Granddad leaving me nothing. It felt like payback. But yesterday I heard Richard and Eleanor. They're planning to take the rest of your land. Said they'd handle you if you didn't stop. She shudders. I'm so sorry, Mike. FBI agent Torres steps in, recorder rolling. Mrs. Bennett, we'll need a statement. Cooperation might mean leniency. She nods, broken. As she leaves, Olivia's phone buzzes. Richard's at Sunset Shores, demanding $50,000 per resident for a legal fund. Or they're out, Tom curses. He's fleecing them before he bolts. We race over. The center's a madhouse. Residents waving checks. Richard and Eleanor collecting like it's a damn fundraiser. Diane spots me. You again? Haven't you done enough? They're scamming you, I say, pointing. No receipts? No paperwork? Where's that money going? She hesitates, looking at Richard's cash-stuffed box. Eleanor's voice rises. Your donations will save us from this attack. I've had it. That's a lie, I shout, stepping up. The FBI's got them for fraud. They forged my docs, built on my land, and now they're taking your cash. Richard bolts for the exit, box in hand. Stop him, Diane yells, blocking the door. Give us our money. The box drops, checks scattering. Eleanor tries to sneak out, but Olivia's there. Not so fast, Mrs. Walsh. Sirens wail. Agent Torres storms in. Richard and Eleanor Walsh, you're under arrest. Fraud, forgery, conspiracy. Richard snarls as cuffs snap on. This ain't over, Reynolds. Yeah, it is, Torres says. We're digging into your friends, too. They're hauled off and the room's silent. I face the crowd. You're scared. I get it. You bought homes thinking it was legit. I'm not here to ruin that. Diane steps up, voice shaky. So what now? We lose everything? No, Tom says. Mike's got a plan. Sell the condos to you at half price, minus what you paid the Walshes. Vets get an extra discount. A guy in back stands. Why do this? You could cash out big. Because it's right, I say. My granddad wanted this land to mean something. Helping you keep your homes? That's better than tearing it down. Smiles break out, tentative but real. Diane hugs her daughter, then turns to me. I was wrong about you. Easy mistake, I grin. Demo guys don't usually build stuff. Later, Olivia walks with me along the property line. You gave up millions, you know. I watch residents move back in, Catherine helping with bags. Gained something better. Lightning cracks as I pull up to Catherine's coffee shop days later. She's inside, wiping counters, oblivious. I step in, bell jingling. Mike? She gasps. Didn't expect me? I toss a folder down, photos of her with Richard. You sold me out. She slumps. It wasn't supposed to go this far. Richard said it'd be legal. The door swings open. Eleanor, dripping wet. Catherine, you swore he wouldn't find out. You swore he'd get paid. Catherine fires back. I flip on a recorder. Keep talking, ladies. Eleanor lunges, but Olivia emerges, camera rolling. One-party consent state, she says. Eleanor smirks. Doesn't matter. Richard killed your demo license. You're banned from Sunset Shores forever. Torres walks in, badge out. Too late, Richard's in cuffs. You're next, Mrs. Walsh. She's dragged off, and Catherine sinks down. What about me? Help fix this, I say, and we'll see. Next morning, bulldozers line my land. Fog thick, news vans buzzing. Diane screeches up. You monster! My daughter's on my couch. I hand her papers. Give these out. Everyone's back by noon. What's this? New contracts, half price? Those bulldozers? They're for a playground, not demolition. Her jaw drops. On camera, I say, the Walshes stole my land, but you're not the enemy. Sunset Shores is yours now, resident owned. Cheers rise. Diane hugs me later. We misjudged you. All good, I laugh. I'm keeping the back acres. Gonna build that home Granddad wanted. Olivia squeezes my hand as the sun sets. Demolition Man builds a community. Hell of a story. Hell of a fight, I say. Watching lights flicker on in homes that finally belong. Peace? I'm damn close.